Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing today on EGTV? My name's Yao, and this is EGTV. If you guys want to find me on Twitter, you can find me at the Kid EG on Twitter, and you can also find me on TikTok on just search EGTV, should come up, or search Iga Omar, and that should also come up. But yeah, let's get this show rolling. Yesterday we lost, guys. Honestly, it was a pathetic performance overall, very lackluster, very scared, very inexperienced overall in the team. We did not really get our foothold onto the game at all. It did not go well for us from the beginning to the end. It was overall just a poor performance. We created some chances, but realistically, the goals that we conceded could have been avoided, and we did not have the end product to do anything. We couldn't link up play. Our young players in Smith Rowe was our best player, and then after that was probably Lokonga. So when you look at the overall performance and Kieran Tierney, so they're the only three people in my mind that could put their heads up high. But everybody else was quite poor. Leno was poor from playing out the back. You had Pablo Mari and Ben White were both poor at throughout the game. It was just overall shambolic defending from everybody. And Callum Chambers, what was he doing? He got nutmegged for the opening goal, and he couldn't even stop the man. It just shows you that he's not really a right back. But overall, let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show started the right way. If you guys want to jump on, you guys can jump on. Have your say. The link is in the chat. It's the first comment in the chat. And everyone on Twitter, everyone on everyone on Twitch. Shout out to you guys. Let's get this show started the right way. And EGTV, you already know what it is. How we start this thing? We started with the bang. Where is it? Bang. Yes, people. So we're gonna get into all the everything that happened yesterday. Unfortunately, we did lose 2-0 to Brentford in the opening game of the Premier League season. The Premier League season starts with an Arsenal loss, so all the rivals are enjoying themselves while we're upset and just beside ourselves. I, Honestly, at times you just wonder when things are gonna change. What a lackluster performance overall by the team. What a disappointing result by the team. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, we continuously find ourselves in situations where we just don't make things better for ourselves, and we constantly make mistakes, constantly make little errors. And it's not that defense is the issue. It's more the lack of awareness of your surroundings, the lack of awareness of what's going on around you. The rumors that Lacazette and Aubameyang might be on the chopping block to be sold. Just, it's so much stuff going around. There's rumors that their relationship with Arteta has been impacted by their attitude in training. Like, it's just so much stuff going on, so many things going on around the club. It's just overall, like, the owner is missing, the director of football is missing. There's no good transfer policy. There's no game plan. Arteta himself is messed up. We have no striker. We finished eighth last season, and after this game, we were 20th. So it just goes to show you some of the madness that's going on at Arsenal. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. We got Aaron saying Chelsea, Chelsea. We got someone saying Chalobah's clear at Ben White. We got man said we were upset. We Yo, what's good, Anthony? Anthony.
Yeah, what's good, man? I'm here, brother. What's good?
You're not in the gym today. Man United. Man. Amazing game for Man United. I did not expect Man United to win that convincingly. But yeah, man, you just heard what I said. The owner is missing. The director of football is missing. The strikers were missing. The midfielders are missing. The defenders are nowhere to be seen. The manager's tactics are missing. It's just so many things wrong with this team yesterday that it's like it's very worrisome going into the next couple games. What are you saying, man?
Well, like I said to you before, in regards to what the situation is, the system is not working for the players. It looks like it's not working. However, that fraud, Edu, he was at the game yesterday. So you know how I feel about him already in regards to the situation at hand. You know, I know that he's got a family, and I ain't wishing no ill will or anything on his family, but you're supposed to be the sporting director. It's your job to negotiate and look for players.
Yeah.
What the hell was he doing on holiday? You know, what were you and Richard Garlick doing? But I'm sorry, but Richard Garlick, who spent 8 years at West Brom Albion, it speaks volumes. You know, I'm sorry to say, but I can't see no significant impact in regards to him coming in. You know, for what purpose? Oh, why? Because he worked with the Premier League. He knows about the British players. Like, seriously. If Edu loves this club like he says he does, he would have known that this is going to be the most important season for us to get back into the Champions League or the Europa League, to make a statement in the transfer market, to say, you know, Arsenal are going to be competing, not for the title, but just competing for the top four. Think about it this way.
Your GK was good.
The international break.
Good, you man.
Good, man. Come the international break, you know, we could be 3 games. We bottom of the table because of what? And then with Aubameyang and Lacazette, I said it first. I think they got COVID. I'm going to put it out there. I think they got COVID. I don't buy that all rubbish about them being ill. I think they've got COVID, and they're not going to put that out publicly. But you cannot tell me that these two guys are sick. You know, it's an illness for both of them. I think that one of them is either one of them went out, party, had COVID, passed on to the other one, and it's literally like they're not going to be around for the Chelsea game as well. Smells like COVID to me.
You don't think they're going to be around for the Chelsea game?
No, they're not going to be around for the Chelsea game. A load of reports have turned and said that they're not going to be. Not both of them are going to be out for the Chelsea game. So I think they've got COVID. I honestly think that they have COVID, and Arteta's playing it down as an illness. On both of them, exactly the same time. You know, Laka and Aubameyang, they hang around together most time. Even when you saw them taking a picture with them LA season before last, them two are like chalk and cheese. So I'll put it out there. I think that one of them's got COVID, and they passed it on to the other, and both of them are ill. I don't think there's a rift between Arteta and both of them, because they were playing in the pre-seasons, both of them. So for both of them to get in, for both of them to be sick at the same time, I think it's COVID, and Arteta's just playing it down. He doesn't want to alarm anyone. But that's my gut feeling. That is COVID related.
That could be it. Now, PK, what are you saying, man?
Oh, what you lot saying, man? Hope you lot good. Yeah, I kind of think
about the game, man.
Oh, the game, man, that was shocking. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. I can't lie. Why is Arsenal every year we're never ready for the first game of the season? Literally, even under Wenger, every year, first game of the season, we either have injuries or we didn't get our transfer in. Every year, same old story. We don't learn from this. Is when the fixture came up, there should be Edu and Arteta should be thinking, you know what, we need to get at least 3 points from Brentford. So make sure some of our transfers are in, the crucial ones, the creator, and then basically our squad is ready, no one's injured, you know. So we're ready for that game. At least we get 3 points, and then you got the Chelsea game and the Man City game. It's like they're setting themselves up for failure. Because imagine we lose to Chelsea and we lose to Man City. That's 9 points gone. And then after within 5 games, there's going to be pressure on Arteta. To be honest, I won't be surprised within 10 games, Arteta gets sacked. So he's setting us up for failure. That's why right now they need to wake up and get signing in ASAP. But regardless,
sorry,
I can't help but agree with you, Anthony. Same thing. I agree with you guys. We're in a mess, and there's really no positives. But since we are talking about the game, can we talk about the actual game itself? Was there any shining lights? Because I looked at the game and I said Kieran Tierney's performance was great, but nobody was getting at the back of those crosses that he was constantly doing. You could see that
Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe was doing things right, but nobody was really helping Smith Rowe higher up the pitch to link up play well. Every time Balogun got the ball, he had to take an extra touch. I'm not saying he's not ready, but you could tell that he's just not. He just hasn't had enough reps at the top level to know that you can't take that extra touch in the box. You need to just strike it right away and keep it close to you. Because remember, he had that chance where he just touched it in the box, got away from him, and then boom. By the time it was gone, it was a half chance and it was over. They blocked his chance. But yeah, people are saying Madison. We'll talk about Madison in a bit. I don't think there's been any updates. But
yeah, the game for me, the only positive was basically Kieran and Smith Rowe and Lukonga as well. Lukonga had a decent debut as well, you know. So, but Smith Rowe was looking silky. I'm not going to still those runs and those turns. I think he might need to play on the left hand side. To be honest, he needs to start all the time on the left hand side. You know, even though I'm not those fans that overrate him, I just think like he's enemies of. He's actually a silky player. Like one two on goal. He knows what he's doing.
1 second. Let me just shout out my guy Sean. Sean, how you doing, man? How you been?
Good.
What do you think of yesterday's game, Sean?
Oh God. Oh God. I watched that in last night's game. If I'm down.
Yeah. You're disappointed just like everybody else, aren't you?
Yeah.
Big up, Sean, man. What do you think's gonna happen or the next two games versus Chelsea and Man City?
Oh God.
We all feel the same, man.
Oh God. I'm nervous. We'll get battered.
Oh my God. Out of all people, you guys have broken Sean. Now you know shit's peak out here.
Why is he normally positive?
Yeah, he's normally positive. He said we were going to beat Chelsea last time we played them like 4-0. So it's just goes to show you.
Yep.
There you go. All right, Sean. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. Big up Sean in the chat, guys.
You know, some I see some people were saying, "Oh, even Aubameyang and Lacazette would have lost." I think Brentford would have sat back more if Lacazette and Aubameyang was playing. They would have been scared. Those inexperienced centre back, they would have been scared, but they were comfortable in that game because they knew they're gonna handle him. But with Aubameyang and Lacazette, they know they can't mess about. So I think we need them back for if you can get them for the Chelsea and City game. If you get the Chelsea game, if you get them back for Chelsea game, I'll be confident within them. I'll be like, at least we can get a draw. You know?
Yeah,
or win.
I hear that. People, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. People on Facebook, do me a favor, guys. There's a link to join the video on YouTube. I'm ending the video on Facebook. You can come join us for the rest of the video on YouTube. Now, first things first, guys. Who is the best performer on the pitch for you guys? Was it Smith Rowe?
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to ridicule the youngsters. You know, Lukonga played well. You know, Smith Rowe did what he could do. Martinelli, I thought it came a bit too soon for him. Well, obviously, you know, Williams not even in the squad, so he looks like he's definitely going. If he doesn't feature in the Chelsea game, he's definitely off. Ben White, yeah, shocking game. You know, pairing up with someone who doesn't have pace, I'll just stick Holding there instead. I don't know what Mikel Arteta is thinking, having a guy who's got pace and a guy who doesn't have next to nothing.
Pablo Mari should have pace, though.
Same old, isn't it? Really and truly, it's like the whole team as a collective were poor. Pepe wasn't even in the game. Xhaka, same old Xhaka, innit? This is the guy who, when I was saying that, look, we should sell him for 12 million euros to Roma, everyone was on my case. And you can see why I wanted to sell him, because, you know, he was supposed to be the captain. I didn't see him rallying the guys when we were like 1-0 down or trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck. He's not that type of guy to do so. You know, and it's just the same old. I can't, you know, even when Saka came on. He was trying, but it's just like they look lost out on the pitch, like they're clueless. It's like, yeah, it's a sad state of affair. And I just want to quick up to everyone who says it may not be COVID related. I'm just speculating, but I don't think Mikel Arteta will open up his mouth and say, yeah, that his 2 top strikers have got COVID on national TV in front of everyone. So I think he may want to keep that in-house, but that's only my assumption. I just want to make it known to everyone in the chat who's saying, it's not COVID, he wants them gone. You know what I'm saying? I think that it is that problem. I don't think there's there's always speculation about, there's the issue that he wants to sell them Arteta. I don't think that's the issue. I think it's a deeper issue than that. But
Interesting.
Neither here nor there.
Okay. Let me go to my guy Sahal. Sahal, give us your take on the game. What you thought of the game?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, I'm very happy. We competed against Brighton.
Wait, you're happy?
Brentford. Yeah, man. I mean, this is the standard that Arsenal fans want. Clearly, we competing. We lost. I mean, be positive, be happy. Edu and these guys are doing a good job. Clearly, they know what they're doing. It's not like I've been trying to tell people for day one that these guys are idiots. And why do we put them in charge is beyond me. Ben White, I mean, telling you guys about Ben White. Ben White is just Rob Holding with hair. He's Love Island Rob Holding. This guy is not good enough. I've been telling people for time. Saliba is better than him. Saliba is much better than him.
Wow.
Can I say something about Ben White?
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so basically, honestly, guys, it's honestly just disgraceful, but we need to be used to it and we need to accept it, because clearly by me moaning, being called negative, clearly the other people that think this situation is good are the negative fans in Arsenal, and hopefully Arsenal fans can wake up, protest against the crunchies. I don't think it will happen, but I'll be hopeful to see that happen. Even Ian Wright, all these guys are seeing it. Even the the journalists of Arsenal are now seeing the truth. The truth will come out. We will not get a point. We'll be lucky to get a point out of City and Chelsea. But I'm not going to be pissed. I'm not going to shout about it. Huh?
I just want to say,
we'll be lucky. Bro, we'll be lucky to get a point. Bro, we'll be lucky to be out of the relegation zone during the international break. That is 4 games left, right? If we lose the next 2, we'll be lucky. Norwich, we must win against Norwich, but I think we'll probably be in the relegation zone. But even the fans, you can see it. And when we get home, I'm scared. But honestly, what's the point of complaining? We know the situation and we have to accept it.
Are you scared for I ain't scared?
Oh man, this guy. I love Sahal, man. Today I completely agree with you, because there's nothing positive that I could say besides like just looking at the youngsters getting a chance to play. But you know what? Now we know why we don't play the youngsters, because it's not that they're not ready. It's just it's too soon. It's too soon to be playing all
Egal, this is my thing with that. How can you say I don't give the youngsters any blame to it? Why do you give? Why do you even say not blame? But you're saying the youngsters are not ready. Why are the youngsters playing?
No, I'm not saying they're ready.
No.
I'm saying it's too soon to be dependent on these guys.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying,
we were last season. We were last season. We were dependent on Saka and Smith Rowe, and again, it's the same thing. We're dependent on the youngsters, because why? The older players, they're useless. I'm sorry to say, but the older guys, they're useless in this team.
Exactly, bro.
And
exactly.
The irony of it all is that Edu had the cheek to actually come to the grounds when you have done practically nothing for the 2 months of the transfer window being opening. Why? Because you think you've got 50 million Ben White, Lokonga, and Tavares. You think you've done enough. You think you've done enough. Instead of you taking selfies with that fraud who embezzled money out of the club in terms of the Nicolas Pepe deal, who's a criminal. Instead of you taking pictures of him, your arse should have been doing work. We are a laughing stock, a bloody laughing stock. The first season, every other team is like, right, boy, is this what's happening with Arsenal? Every other team is worried about us to see where we're going. And these lot don't care. All they care about is lining their pockets. Eddie don't care. Vinna don't care. Arteta's clueless. The Cronkies have no ambition.
Sounds like Arsenal fans are clueless as well.
Yo, so you think they don't? You really believe they don't care at your heart of hearts?
They don't care, blood. If they
don't
cared,
care, bro. None of
they
them
would have made a
care.
statement. They would have made a statement. This would have been the
Egal, they
perfect
don't care, bro. I
opportunity
don't
to
understand,
make
bro.
a statement in the transfer window. Make a statement to say we're
Anthony,
not.
can I just go? Oh, sorry, go on.
One second, let me just finish. This was the opportunity for Mikel Arteta to prove to every fan who's doubting him, me, myself included, because he's not the right man for the job, that he is the right man for the job. Go out there, make a statement in the transfer window. Buy the players that you need so that we are competing for the top 4. Try to make a name for yourself to say, this is, you want this job. Because hook or by crook, if we lose the next 2 games and then after that, he ain't going to last the season. He won't last till Christmas. I guarantee you, he won't last till Christmas.
You're guaranteeing that he will not last.
He won't last till Christmas. Do you honestly think that the board is going to put up with him and the results? And we're 17th place at the present moment in the Premier League after 1 game. 1 game and we're 17th in the table. It's a shame that we didn't get our arse handed to us yesterday by 4 or 5-0. Only being last with Leeds, who lost 5-1 today away at Man United. We're 17th. And we're catching up. And we've got to play catch up.
Listen, I'm going to say quickly before I was going to have my quick couple-minute bit. It's going to go on a quick rant before I dip out. Gal, bro.
There's no need to rant, bro. Just try to be level-headed.
Okay, I'll be level-headed. I'll be calm. Not to get everywhere. But listen, we, from top to bottom, are a mess. No doubt about it. This was meant to be a summer of rebuilding, progression. What has it been? Backwards. We've gone backwards, bro. Listen, Edu, Arteta, listen. They have all the fault to blame. Okay? They said they're going to get the recruitment. Once again, they're lied to us, time and time again. We're being
Yo, are you outside?
No, I'm inside. It's not me.
Is that Mo? Mo, is that you?
No, I'm fine. I'm cool. Someone's lagging though.
Well, okay, it was Mo.
Yeah, it was you, Mo.
Yeah, well, obviously, we've continued to be fed lies. Lie after lie after lie. And guess what? Arsenal fans are now sick of it, okay? Listen, you might bring a Martin Odegaard, but listen, the expectation, Mikel Arteta's own expectation this season was top 4. Martin Odegaard will not get us top 4. We need 3 or 4, looking at the line, let me see, 4 or 5 players to bring in, at least 4, realistically, we can bring in to make us chance for the top 4. As for right now, we're struggling to get top 6 or even top 8. We were bullied last night, Egal. Bullied, and guess what? The whole country was looking at us and laughing at us. Everyone's back, the stadiums are full, and we're the only ones that are miserable. That's all I've got to say, bro.
All right, no worries. Yo, Mo, you wanted to say something, Mo. What was that?
I just think it's the same old story of Arsenal. No vision, no transfer structure, no transfer policy. It's like Man United a couple of years ago, with when Man United were just buying players for the sake of buying players, changing managers, no real philosophy. I think what Arsenal need now is a complete reset of manager. To get rid of the manager first, and then get rid of the sporting director Edu. How is he qualified for the job? I don't know. What his credentials
you know
are.
what? One thing I don't understand. I don't understand, right? The same thing happened last year. I'm not saying to you, right? I'm saying to all Arsenal fans here. We were tricked last year. The same shit. We was fed the same shit last year. What happened last year? We did the same shit. We didn't buy a cam. We needed a cam for the entire summer. We all know it. We needed a cam. What happened? Last day of the transfer window, we buy Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is a great player, but what we needed was what? A number 10. We all knew it, and we didn't get it. What did we do? We just waited on our laurels. And that's what killed us as well. Our defense killed us. Our goalkeeper killed us. But no number 10, that really killed us really bad. We didn't get nothing last summer. We come into this summer. we were all, most positive Arsenal fans were trusting the process. 250 million. That was the first lie. 250 million. First lie. The James Madison link. Complete and utter lie. Right? We were in for him, but we always knew we couldn't afford him. I told you for day one, that was a fucking lie. And Eddie to come out and leave because he lied. And at AFC Bell, you are Arsenal PR merchant. We have caught you red-handed. You got blood in your hand. AFC Bell. We know you're Arsenal reporter because how the hell did you know about Thomas Partey? No reporter.
He's not an Arsenal reporter.
Egal. I tell you what. Think about it. How did he know about Thomas Partey? Tell me this. How did he know? No other journalists, credible journalists, came out with Thomas Partey news. None of them. Not one. Only him. Right? How did he know? How did he know? Ask yourself that question. This year, he's the only one that has linked us heavily with James Madison. He's the one that broke the news, right? He's the one that said it. The other ones didn't say it. Fab has always said no to it. Well, how does he know? How do you know? How does he know? Number one, ahead of all the journalists, how does he know? How does he know?
Guys,
you can say that with anyone.
Do you know the president of Rwanda is an Arsenal fan, and he spoke about it.
Yeah, that's
he has a shirt sponsorship as well. Take the money away. Take the money away.
That's what I'm saying. He came out yesterday and he was fuming. Imagine you got a sponsorship with Rwanda, and for him to come out, that is some serious stuff. Because put it this way, I don't know if Emirates goes to Rwanda. I don't know if Emirates flies to Rwanda. I don't know about that, but one of your sponsors has now come out and see this bullshit of a performance, spineless performance that Arsenal always do. Go 1-0 down. I said it to the man on the chat. I said, I'm gone. I don't want to see this shit show. Why should I? I'm glad that I didn't pay because, boy, I'd been throwing my shoes. I'd be throwing shit at everybody down there. But for having the CEO of Rwanda come out, that's something big. So the president, that's something big. He could actually pull the sponsor from Arsenal. He could pull that sponsor because that's still revenue for Arsenal. He could pull it. This is the thing. I don't think Edu, Vinay, and the rest of these guys comprehend of what's going on at this club. I saw Edu yesterday in a picture with one guy from Brentford, all smiling. He's lucky he wasn't at the Emirates because I would embarrass him. I would call him out on his stupidness. You're supposed to be the sporting director of a club that you say that you love. Invincible my arse. I've been supporting Arsenal longer than him. And what have you come and sub? What have you done? Why? Because you think you signed Smith Rowe and the rest on a contract? That's the bare minimum that you guys should be doing. The bare minimum. Go and make a statement. Go and sign some players. You can see this. The worst thing is, I feel sorry for Arteta, even though he's my biggest critic. I feel sorry for him. Because he's indirectly saying that the board, that he needs players.
Can I do this part? This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. I've never seen this before. A president of an actual country is going out and slamming a football team. If you guys don't know who this is the president of Rwanda. Okay, this is the actual president of Rwanda. He has slammed Arsenal, and in his own words, he slammed the club, and he's saying stuff like, "Let me get the article up." This is crazy. I've never heard of this before. This is ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, the guy Paul Kagame is outspoken president still. He says how it is.
Okay, so the president of Rwanda has spoken about Arsenal, and the president of Rwanda lashed out at Arteta and the Cronkies. This is mediocrity at the highest level. What football? It's a loss of Arsenal at Brentford. Brentford deserves to win, and they did. The game itself, Arsenal and its fans do not deserve this kind of use. This is no. I say this is as one of the biggest fans of Arsenal, the change has to take has taken too long to come. It's been struggling for a decade, ups and downs until this point. We cannot wait and have plans. It really works. One part looks on how the deal in the transfer markets have gone. Players we buy to execute the plan. The tough and go mentality does not bring change. We must not excuse or accept the mediocrity the team has built with the purpose to the team must be built with the purpose to win. So that's what we have lost, and that's what that was not to be expected. I'm sure we all know we all know on whose shoulders this is the heaviest burden, but I hope that that they have now accepted it. And I'm sorry. Let me. That was so bad. I was struggling. Let me do this way.
Rwanda President Kagame lashed out at Arteta and Kronk. This is mediocrity at the highest what? It's football. It's a loss of Arsenal to Brentford. Brentford deserved to win and they did. The game itself aside, Arsenal and the fans don't deserve to kind of get used to this. No, I say this as one of the big fans of Arsenal. The change has taken too long to come. It's been a struggle of about decade. Ups and downs, more downs until this point. Can't we have a plan that really works? One part to look at is how we deal in the market, players we buy to execute the plan. The touch and go mentality does not bring change. We just must not excuse or accept mediocrity. A team has to be built with purpose to win, so that when we lose, it was not to be expected. I am sure we all know on whose shoulders the heaviest burden rests. I hope they know too, or even accept it. End.
There you go. So yeah, sorry, excuse my reading. Struggle to read sometimes. Learning disability and that.
It's calm still, but yeah.
But yeah, let's keep it moving. So guys, this is fucked up. We got a president of a whole country saying shit like, "Yo, Arsenal need to fix up."
Yeah, because it's gonna be affecting his country as well. Because we got like a sponsor visit Rwanda. So
There's a sponsorship.
Yeah, if he's an Arsenal fan, as well. I believe that as well. But I'm saying to you, it affects him. No one's gonna visit his country. You know what I'm saying to you? So bad publicity. So he's got the power to withdraw, like have effect on the sponsorship as well. And this president is an outspoken president. He says how it is. If you actually seen him watch his clips on YouTube where he says in general about politics, he says how it is. Paul Kagame. You know. So only Arsenal can do that, man. The whole president speaking about you. Only Arsenal can do that, man. I don't think I've ever heard this in history.
Yeah, Igal, that's what I've been trying to tell Arsenal fans. We need to go after who? The sponsorships of Arsenal. Adidas, Rwanda, Fly Emirates. Once these sponsorships leave us, the Cronkies will not stay because they have nothing else. They only have the sponsorship money that's making them money. And once Arsenal fans stop buying kits, because if we stop buying kits, Adidas will notice. Adidas were pissed at United for shirt sales last year. When United fans went on the protest, shirt sales went down, right? So if we do the same thing, I've been telling Arsenal fans for a long time, but we're not willing to do it, and I don't see it happening anytime soon. The situation has to be much worse for it to happen, which I don't see it happening because I think the Cronkies will fire Arteta after the international break because there's no way they can keep him in a job with only 3 points in the 3 points. They're gonna fire him in the international break. Let's be honest, right? So we're gonna get a new manager bounce. We're gonna be excited all over again. They might buy some players to get us excited, but this time next year we're gonna be talking about the same shit. If the Cronkies are still in charge. So I pray to God the Cronkies do not fire Arteta because that's the only way our fans can unite. We need fans to unite now against the Cronkies because while they are in charge of Arsenal, we ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. We're not winning no league, no Champions League, no probably FA Cups. FA Cups, you're going to be FA Cups merchant, and that's about it. Sorry, I don't want to be that. I'd rather not win the FA Cup. I want to be playing in the Champions League. I have not heard the Champions League music for Arsenal for 5 years, more than 5 years. I have to play FIFA to hear the song. You must be kidding me, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree with him, man. Like, you know, we have to. The thing is that the Arsenal fans, they won't stand and unite together. There's such a divide. You've got so many deluded Arsenal fans. I'm sorry to say, but I just speak the truth. There's so many deluded fans out there who thinking this man is good for the job. You know, it's a rebuilding process. We need patience. We need time. I've been supporting Arsenal since I was knee high. I've seen all the glory days. And to see what it is now, it's becoming toxic. I thought with Emery it was toxic, but now it's just getting beyond a joke. We need to go off to the sponsorships. Like, seriously, fly Emirates, Adidas.
We just had a sponsor.
Rwanda.
So,
you know, we need to go out. We need to seriously go after them and say, don't sponsor this club anymore. In order for the Cronkies to leave, that's something that we have to do.
Yo, people saying EGTV is still back in Arteta, boy. I'm not. I've been clear on my stance. I'm not Arteta.
Don't get it twisted for a minute. Arteta, let's put it this way. I'm going to make it clear to everyone who says about, you know, backing Arteta. We don't care about Arteta. He could get sacked tomorrow. We don't give a crap about him. We care about our club. That's all we care about. We want our club to be challenging again. Not the shit show performance that we saw last night. That is not our club. We want to be challenging. So I don't care about Edu, Arteta, none of them. I care about my club, Arsenal, the club that I grew up watching, the club that I saw win the Coca-Cola Cup final against Sheffield Wednesday. You know, the joys of that, seeing Paul Merson inadvertently broke Stephen Morrow's arm, seeing Ray Parlour score a hat-trick, seeing the legend Thierry Henry come in, grace his presence at Highbury. That's what I care about, seeing those moments. We ain't getting those moments back. We ain't getting those moments back under the Cronkies. And I hope Edu's listening and you take a good, long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Because you, my friends, you're just a big letdown as the technical director.
Letdown is not the word, bro. Letdown is not even the word to describe it. Edu is a fraud. He's a fraud from day one. He's been a fraud. We hired another inexperienced guy to get these players. And I'm telling you right now, yeah, I hate to say it, all these players that Edu bought, they're going to be gone from the club soon because none of them are good enough. Let's be honest. Pepe ain't good enough. I've been saying for time, Pepe ain't good enough, yeah? Ben White is just Rob Holding with hair. Been telling people for time, people don't listen, right? If you really think, yeah, a Cam is going to help our situation, God help you guys. Because we ain't, with even Bruno, bring Bruno on this team, we ain't not improving. Bro, bring the entire Man United team with Arteta in charge. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Ali is a better manager than Arteta. He just is. I've been telling people for time. Arteta is one of the worst managers in the league. It's just the team has been above average. The team is above. The team is carrying him some games, and we get lucky sometimes. There's too many teams worse than us. That's why we finished 8th. It has nothing to do with any competent manager. We finished 6th last year. Any competent manager, Rafa, any one of them, Rafa, Carlo, anyone competent enough would have got a 6th at least. That was the bare minimum. Get our 6th. What did this guy do? The run in November, the Villa game, the Wolves game.
Yo,
what happened?
At this point, I'm not. This is not me protecting the manager. I'm just saying he's not going nowhere right now. Can we talk about something else besides the manager? Let's get back to the performances, okay?
Yeah, let me go back to Pepe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that fans should not react over Pepe because if you watch the games, if you got eyes and you watch the game here, you see every time Pepe had the ball, there was that 3 defenders ahead of him. I don't know if you've been watching the game because literally he wasn't getting 1-on-1 on the run. Pepe is good at basically when you do
Yeah,
a
but
football.
you know the reason why that is because he's becoming predictable now in regards to he just does the same thing over and over. So
Yeah,
Arsenal
yeah,
team are
but
just becoming predictable,
if you play football, you will know that when he gets the ball and there's that free man, there's nothing much he can do, to be honest. And there's no one really in the box, so there's not much he can do. At the end of the day, he's a right back supposed to make runs. Chambers was probably the worst player on the pitch for me anyway. Literally, he didn't contribute not much, nothing. So when Pepe's got a ball, Chambers supposed to overlap him, and then the person so he can at least pass it to the Chambers, or he can pass to the person that's in the middle. So there wasn't much, man. Every time he had the ball, there was that free man. He nearly scored. I thought that was a good shot. The keeper saved it to him. He nearly scored.
Bro, Pepe, the issue with Pepe, he does not fit the system. Pepe, yeah, he is too direct. People know what to do against Pepe. He doesn't do anything different. And that's my issue. Pepe is a one-dimensional player. He only knows how to dribble past someone. He can't create chances on the right. He can't dribble. He's a good dribbler, but he doesn't have tight control. So when people pressure him, he loses the ball very quickly. He's not Xhaka. Xhaka, the ball's glued on to him sometimes, and he's not technically gifted like Xhaka, and that's the issue. Like, he's not that type of player. I know Arteta doesn't rate Pepe, by the way, because if he has a choice, I believe he would play Aubameyang, Pepe, Xhaka. He's not going to play Pepe, by the way. He doesn't rate him.
Listen.
So I think we got so many issues at the squad. Oh my God, Liverpool's about to score. But we got so many issues at the squad that I don't know what we're going to do. The next people that are going to be in charge of Arsenal, they're fucked because we got so many issues. Even with, bro, I even believe, call me delusional. If we have Pep, Klopp, yeah, the situation will be better, but honestly will not be we will not get fourth. Klopp and Pep will not get fourth with the squad that we got.
Yeah, because our squad is very poor anyway. We know that for a long time. So literally, like, it's just some players that's Chambers. People start overrating him, calling him Cafu and all this. He's shit, man. But what's it called? Like, even like Pablo Mari, he's like a backup. When you're playing against a dead team in Europa or wherever smooth, you can play him in FA Cup or something. Pablo Mari is very slow. Like, literally, like, even with the the second goal, where there some people trying to blame Ben White. I keep watching the clip back. Literally, Ben White thought the guy was going to header the ball. If you actually watch the ball, Murray missed the ball on the header. He actually missed the header. And for that person, if you think your teammate is about to header the ball, of course you're not going to be around him because you got a player right next to you. So I can't understand with the Ben White when the ball bounced. Literally. So Pablo Mari should have dealt with that. Leno should have dealt with that.
Exactly. There's my point back to the keeper as well. Regards to Leno, Leno did not command his box. Yes, that you could say that he was fouled, but really and truly, as a goalkeeper, if you're supposed to be a good goalkeeper, which, let's be real, he's a good shot stopper, but he's Germany's third choice for a keeper. Let's keep it real. You're supposed to command your box. Keepers we've had in the past have command their box in the area, and that is the thing that I can say about him. He's looking very lethargic now in regards to playing. He looks like he's not bothered anymore to be playing under Arteta. That's why I think that Arteta has lost the dressing room. David Luiz couldn't get out of there quick enough. If you read his statement, what he put out yesterday, he said that in terms of Arteta has a different process in regards to how he wanted things done. David Luiz couldn't get out there quick enough. Our best defender that we had, we should have kept him for another season. I'm gutted that he left because right now, if we perform like the way that we performed against Brentford, our next two games, hey, it's going to be a long season.
Yo, can we talk about the passing at the back? Because we can't pass out of press to save our lives. We can't pass. Huh?
Continue.
We can't pass. Did you see us? The only reason I've been telling people, Tottenham, we played well, passing wise, because they didn't press us. Chelsea, preseason, we played a little bit better. Not better, but we played passing wise. We did a little bit well. Why? They were playing with their food, Chelsea. They were playing with their food. As soon as the Premier League starts, Brentford knew our weakness. Press us, press Leno, press Mari. and you have no problem. You will have an easy day. We
I'm
cannot
gonna-
press even flipping. What's it called, bro? I've been seeing Norwich. Norwich can literally pass. Norwich, a team that just got promoted, can pass out of Liverpool's press, and we can't pass out of Tingy's press. Leeds were passing out of Tingy's press when they were pressing. Man United were passing out. How can we not? Arsenal Football Club, right? Cannot do a basic thing. Pass out away from pressure. We can't even do that. He's meant to be the passing guy.
Yeah, but
I don't
it's to
understand.
blame the players, bro. It's the players.
No,
They don't have,
bro, it's not even the players, bro. Because you're telling me Brentford have better players than us.
bro.
No way.
Listen. Some players can't do it, man. Trust me. If you watch, like Zuma can never play like passing from the back. There's certain players they're just not made for it. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it. You know, think about it. If you remember when Pep came to Man City, yeah. Do you remember when Pep came to Man City and they were struggling to pass from the back? You know what he did? He got rid of their fullback and basically bought new fullback and whole new defenders because they couldn't pass from the back. So you need players that can actually play ball.
Man said, please talk about Xhaka.
Because some players can't do
captain yesterday. What is there to talk about?
Xhaka, and this is what I hate about Xhaka. Lokonga was better than him. Lokonga showed me, this guy, Lokonga, is 10 times the player Granit Xhaka is right now. How can I say this about a player that's meant to be our captain of his national squad, and a young kid from Belgium is better than him already? Is that not embarrassing?
Yeah, he nearly lost the ball one time, you know.
Lokonga was better than him. Lokonga was actually passing the ball, trying. I'm actually proud of Lokonga because Lokonga looks like a player, at least. Yeah. Fucking Granit Xhaka, I've been telling you, Granit Xhaka ain't good enough for Arsenal Football Club. He's not even bench material, if we be honest about it. But what? We don't sell him for 12. We should have sold him for a pack of crisps. He's not worth it. He's shit. He's not good enough, bro. And you know what? You're going to trick yourself when he does a good performance here and there. You're going to trick yourself. He has never been good enough. Accept it. It's factual now. 5 years we have not been in Champions League. He's been in the squad. 5 years. He's been in the squad. No Champions League football. Why? Because our midfielder shit. Santi Cazorla, 10 times the player he is. Son, better play than him. Even Wilshere and these men, were better midfielders than him. Honestly, 10 times the player that he was. And we comparing, even our average players were better than Xhaka. Our average players were Thomas Rosicky and these guys, right? They were better than this guy. And we are, oh my God. And we are comparing this guy. Some people spoke, Patrick Vieira. Have you no shame? Have you no shame, Arsenal fans? Comparing this guy to Patrick Vieira. You have no shame, Arsenal fans. We bring this to ourselves. We should have sold him. We should have sold Maitland-Niles. We should have sold these players when we had the chance. What did Arteta do? Kept each and every single one of these shit players. Arteta, you got blood on your hands, my friend. You got blood and you're going to get fired. And I'm so happy he's going to get fired. And we're probably going to get a shit manager. But at least get them the fuck out of my club. And while you're at it, take some of these shit players while you're at it. Take them with you. Because I don't want to see them. Take Edu as well. I'd rather see the academy. I'd rather see the academy kids. Because I do not want to see any player. I don't want to see none of them, bro. Honestly, I'm tired of Granit Xhaka. I'm tired of this football club. I'm tired of Edu and every single part of this club. I mean, I don't know where to go for now. I'm serious. I don't know where to go for now.
I think you need to take a break still, bro.
Bro, I'm taking a break. I'm serious. I'm not watching Arsenal. I'm not watching Arsenal Football Club. Fuck them. Fuck Arsenal, bro. Fuck us. I'm not even taking the piss, bro. Why do we support this club? Why do we support this club? This club has taken everything. My love for football has taken away. I can't even watch football anymore. I can't watch football anymore.
So how's speaking facts, guys? Let's be real. He's not using analogies. He's being realistic. There's issues at this club, deep issues. But like, I'm just like, I've become like numb to it now. It's just, as you said, Anthony, Michael said it too. He's like, a lot of people just they don't let it bother them as much anymore, because they're like, what's the point? What's the point of letting it bother you? The worst thing about it is, we're gonna go into that Chelsea game, and Chelsea are going to banter us, and we have no right to say anything back to them. We just have to take it, because at this point, until we see a turn in form, or until we see something actually change dramatically at the club, nothing's going to change.
We ain't seen nothing change for this year, boy. I don't know why people thinking there's hope. There ain't no hope with this board. There's no hope with Mikel Arteta. There's no hope with Vinna. There's no hope with Eddie's. There's no hope with Richard Garlick. He's literally just been appointed. There's no hope. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
Nothing is going to happen at this club this season. I guarantee you. We were told about, yes, the squad overhaul. Let me break it down to you. What the club thought, and they're idiots for doing so, they thought that they could command a substantial fee for certain players. Granit Xhaka, Hector Bellerin, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Eddie Nketiah, Joe Willock. Joe Willock's gone, but that's another story here, not there. So they thought that they could command a certain fee for all these players. It backfired on them. And what's happened? What has happened? And then you want to come up with some crap about you want to try and improve these players. These players are unbloody coachable. They are uncoachable. The same mistakes in pre-season they're doing now. You get rid of you get rid of Arteta. They're good. All the board is going to do is bring another yes man into the club. Someone who can fit their mold. Someone who they can tell what to do. You really think that Conte or anyone else would want to come to this club? Come on now. Be real. Be true to yourself. Do you really think Conte will come to this club, or any ambitious manager will come to this club?
No, they shouldn't. Definitely,
These
100%.
clowns don't have no ambition from up top. They don't have no ambition. This manager is clueless. I would rather have Emery back than have this clown here, because Emery could get the best out of our two strikers who are not in form at the present moment. But no, trust the process.
Yeah, let me just take it back for a second. Jamie Carragher said something yesterday I want to point out, okay? He was speaking about Arsenal, and he specifically was talking about how we were defending for the second goal. So let me just show you guys the second goal, what took place. PK, can you mute yourself? Okay, thank you. So the second goal, as you can see here, this is the second goal. You can see the ball clearly bounces in front of Ben White, and it bounces, and then the defender goes and attacks it in the far post. What did Jamie Carragher say? How do you describe that defending by Arsenal? It's the Arsenal way.
Yep, I totally agree with him.
And I just tweeted, sadly, he's right. He's right.
Yeah, of course. Again, we used to get played Stoke. Sorry to cut you, girl. Remember back in the day when we used to, when it was Stoke, when Stoke used to throw in the long ball and it used to bounce and they used to score from it? Exactly the same thing. I don't know who is doing the defending at Arsenal. Is it Arteta's got another coach there to do defending or what? But come on now, like really and truly, that's schoolboy stuff. We all could go to the park on Sunday, play football and defend better than that. These are the stupid individual errors that these guys are making. Sunday league football. And then Ivan Toney wants to say, good kick around with the lads. Like, seriously?
Yeah, he's
that's
validly
what level of respect he has for Arsenal football clubs about good kick around with the lads.
Guys, this is damning. Look at what Jamie Carragher said. How do you describe that defending by Arsenal? It's the Arsenal way. Surely he doesn't mean this is the new Arsenal way, maybe, but not the Arsenal way. Like, this is, guys, when you think about Arsenal, do you think about this terrible defending?
I think about
lately, yeah, he's still everything. If you look, Wenger reign, yes. I mean, people. I've been telling Arsenal fans for such a long time. What killed us was what? Defensive mistakes. And if we buy James Maddison, that you guys are forgetting somewhere else. Our defense. That's what killed us as well. We got problems from top and down, but the defensive mistakes literally killed our season. Real against Wolves, against Villa, those games. What killed us is what? Defensive mistakes, and it's coming again. Arteta, he doesn't have a clue what to do. We're not good enough. And honestly, it's just sad, man. And this is the truth of reality. We need to accept it and just see what happens in the season. I think they will fire Arteta, but even if they fire him, they're just gonna hire him with another yes man anyway. So we're gonna be in this situation this time next year. So
Yeah,
see it this time next year when we got a new manager. I have no idea who it will be. It won't be Conte because he won't take shit from them. It'd probably be Graham Potter, a yes man, where he can't ask for funds or anything. What can we do? What can we do, our Arsenal fans? The
hopefully,
board is gonna kill. Just play FIFA, guys. Play FIFA. Do whatever you like. You guys can win the Champions League and the Premier League, and you guys can actually buy some proper player because that's the only hope we got to win any Champions League, any trophies. Yeah, is to play FIFA. That's about it. That's the only time we're gonna see any success.
Jesus.
Man said play
yeah,
FIFA. Yeah.
yeah,
Do
guys,
you guys
guys.
want to talk about this goal anymore, or you want to keep it moving?
Keep it
Nah, I
moving.
was gonna say in terms of managers, I think we should start looking at Ajax manager. To be honest, I think that would be a realistic option, Ajax manager, and
Are
we
we
should
gonna
have to
talk
get
about
Dennis
manager the whole
Dennis
stream?
Bergkamp and Overmars, huh?
Are we gonna talk about the manager the
That's-
whole stream, or do you guys want to move on to transfers? Because I'm sick and tired of talking about
Yeah,
the
and the
manager.
transfers. Let me talk about transfers. The only way at this moment they can make up for it is basically for me to get some sort of hope to finish in top 6 or even competing for top 4 is for them to get me a Madison and Basuma, fam. We need Madison and Basuma. We need both of them, to be honest. We need
Okay.
both of them and a right back. We need 3 players to basically just, you know what I'm saying, to keep us in top 5.
We need more.
Basuma, Madison, but they're all realistic as well. Like you see Arsenal, yeah, we're not even, us fans are not even asking for a player that's at Real Madrid or Barcelona or PSG or like, you know what I'm saying? We're just asking for Basima. He's available. He wants to come to Arsenal. Madison, if you slap the money, he will come. Simple as that. Guys like Max, Aaron, or just a right back. Get me a decent right back. That's all we ask for.
Do you really
That's
think
all.
that? Do you really actually think that's going to happen with?
They're not gonna,
Like seriously, do you think that Eddie is going to have any influence on the transfer targets after what he's done this season? Like being on holiday with his family, more time instead of you getting transfer done. I would rather have the woman from Chelsea who's doing the negotiations that have him and Richard Garlick at this club. Like realistically and truly, we're finished as a club. The man can't even. I'm sorry, but he can't even tie up Thierry Henry's boots. He can't tie up Thierry Henry's boots. What players are we linked to? What, Odegaard? We can't even get rid of none of our right backs. We've got 4 right backs still at the club. One wants to leave, but he can't get a move up, not even to Inter Milan. They've gone for
Dumfries.
They've looked at Bellerin and think, nah, man, we don't want him. What can he can't improve us. So they've gone for Dumfries. We can't get rid of our players. So listen, the transfer window is going to be one of those ones that we're interested in players, we're linked to players, we're interested in players. We're not serious about players. We've inquired about players. We've gone through other back channels to talk to players. But nothing really and truly to say, yeah. This season was the season to be inspired, to be excited. All I just think is
excited.
I'm numb.
Not like Cronky.
No, I'm numb because I've go through this every season. It's the same thing. Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, all the pundits must be thinking, right, boy, I must have a video of last season because they're saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's like missionary position over and over and over again. Wow. Seriously. That's how it's becoming.
Why are you comparing it to sex?
Because it's the same thing over and over and over again. Every season, it's the same issue. If it's not the defense, it's the strikers, it's the whole team. The manager doesn't know what he's doing. There's no ambition. I'm tired of it. It's the same thing. I love this club, but this club, I don't know this club anymore. This is not the Arsenal of old. This is not the Arsenal of Mr. Wenger came in and revolutionized the football game. Going forward, he was ahead of his time. We will never get those days back. under our owners at the present moment. I don't think Arsenal fans realise the significance of what's going on. We shouldn't be called Arsenal FC. We should be called Banter FC because that's what we are. We're just a banter club like everyone else.
Bro, we should be called Cronky FC, to be honest. Cronky FC. We know Arsenal died the day they bought us. The day they bought us, the day they came into this club, Arsenal Football Club passed away. The real Arsenal passed away. And unfortunately, I think other fans will wake up to it this year. And I don't think much is going to happen to it because we are a weak fan base. Last year, we had the perfect opportunity to protest against Brighton, the game against Brighton. What happened?
Nothing.
Not a single fan turned up, literally. What do we love? We love to buy the kits. We love to buy, social media. We love the Twitter accounts. Even I get gassed, right? But unfortunately, guys, we have lost our club and the Cronkies are just laughing at us. I mean, if you guys are happy with that, I personally am not, but what can we do? We can't protest because Arsenal fans said no. I'm not allowed to complain because we called be negative. We're not allowed to do anything these days. We're not even allowed to have our personal opinion anymore. But this situation is low. There's gonna be a lot of downs this year. So guys, just get ready this season. Just get ready. It's gonna be a long season. Don't put any expectations, no hope, egal. If there's a news report, it's BS. If we linked with James Madison or War, any of these idiots, right? Any of these players, it's last minute. If we buy a War tomorrow, I'm not excited. Because why? It's last minute. Just like Thomas Partey. We basically did last minute. I'm not happy.
Girl, I wouldn't be surprised if Aubameyang and Lacazette just left the club. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they left the club.
Why wouldn't you be surprised?
Really and truly, I'll be looking at this team like, really? Like, I could do better somewhere else. I could go back to France. I could go to another team. Like, if the reports are true, which I don't know at the present moment in regards to those guys not being there due to illness, and everyone's saying, it's because Arteta wants to ship them out. Who the hell? I'll say to Arteta, good luck with that. Because you ain't going to get nothing for them players. Who's going to want them?
No
really
one.
And truly, who's going to want Aouar? Who's going to want Lacazette?
No one.
Exactly. And who are you going to bring in? Who would want to come to Arsenal now? Be real and truly, if I was Martin Odegaard, I'd be like, nah, fuck it, I'll stay at Real Madrid. I got more chances of playing at Real Madrid, even though I'm not registered, than staying at Arsenal, than playing for Arsenal. We can't attract anyone anymore to come. That's the realization. What happened to Dan Gotti? He was supposed to put in a bid. What happened with that? Daniel Ek, another publicity stunt. Oh, yes, I love the club. I've been supporting the club from 6 years old. Bullshit. Put your money where your mouth is. Offer Stan Kroenke more money than he's ever seen. The same thing over and over and over again.
Bro, you know what's going to happen, guys? Look, I'll tell you right now, we're feeling all sad. But you know what's going to happen? We're going to be linked with the players soon. We're going to get some positive PR. And egal, Arsenal fans, I'm telling you right now, whoever we're linked with, do not believe it. Do not believe it because it's going to be Arsenal Aouar. It's going to be James Madison maybe. It's going to be some exciting players. But guess what? We're never going to get these players in. And if they do...
Arsenal. The only person I could probably come to Arsenal is Odegaard. But if I was Odegaard, I wouldn't be coming to Arsenal. Why should I?
Because he's not been registered in it. So mostly he probably come in it.
Likely, Aouar, I doubt he'll come. If we got him on loan, but obviously he was the last resort.
Guys, I'm waiting till the end of the window because I've lost my head numerous times recently. If we don't do nothing at the end of the window, you'll see my wrath. Right now, I'm just gonna try to stay level-headed. Let's go to the ratings, guys. So everybody in the chat, I've put everyone on Twitch and everyone on YouTube, I put this in the chat. If you can copy. You can play along with us. So the way we're gonna do the ratings, Sahal, GK, Anthony, I'm gonna go to you guys one by one, and we're gonna do the ratings. Okay. So first, Leno. Sahal, what do you give Leno?
Leno, he's not good enough for the club. 3. He's just not good enough. Not good
3
enough
for
at all.
Leno. Anthony, what are you giving to Callum Chambers?
3.
3 for Callum Chambers. Okay. GK, what you giving to Ben White? 1 second.
Ben White.
Let's see what people are saying. Leno gets a 2. People are saying 2, 1, 5 for Leno, 1 for Chambers, 2 for Chambers, 2 for Chambers. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Ben White gets 0. Okay, let's go on to Ben White. What are you giving Ben White?
I'm giving Ben White 4. You know why?
4.
From what I remember in the game, I only remember like 2 main mistakes, which I remember. The one that basically got turned, but then Pablo Murray, the guy was holding back. Pablo Murray didn't know what to do, man. Literally, when the guy turned him and he shot and he missed the shot. Yeah, Pablo Murray, if he was a good defender, he would have. Ben White was staying in the position where Pablo Murray was just behind the guy. Literally, you're supposed to get in the front of the guy and try to block any shots. So for me, that's the only time that I've seen him proper get turned. And the other one, the header, Pablo Murray is supposed to header for the second goal. He's supposed to clear it off, or Leno, to be honest. So that's what I think Ben White 4. So I'll give him a 4 for me.
Yeah. Okay. Hector Bellerin. Why are people talking about Hector Bellerin? He's not even playing. My bad. Let's go to Pablo Mari. What am I giving Pablo Mari? If Chambers and Leno are getting 3s, Pablo Mari surely has to get a 3. Do you guys agree?
2.
No, Pablo Mari was like at least like a 2 or something, at least a 1.
So you're saying less than that. I'm thinking the ratings are too low. I think 3 is fair. If everyone's getting 3s that underperform, Leno, Chambers, and Mari all equally had poor games. So give them all 3s. That's fair.
That's fair.
Okay, Kieran Tierney. I'm thinking Kieran Tierney deserves a decent rating. I'm giving Kieran Tierney a 6.
I'll give him a 7 because he tried. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't one of his best games, he actually tried to do something on a wing, whip them balls in. But unfortunately, you don't have a striker up there like Giroud, that type of mold to, header it in. So yeah, I'll give Tierney a 7.
Some people are like, I'd give Tierney a 10. 6, 5, 10
I would say he's a 6, man, because at time he was like a winger trying to take on a one man. Every time he was trying to take on his player. Plus he put good crosses in. Even that cross for Pepe, you know what I'm saying, that he should have scored. But the keeper saved it. So yeah.
Okay. Sahal, I gave Lokonga a 6. What are you giving Lokonga?
I was gonna say give me Granit Xhaka. Just you two guys.
Anthony, Lokonga, I gave him a 6. What do you think about a 6 for Lokonga?
Yeah, I'll give him a 6. He impressed me. He did what he needed to do. Maybe gave the ball away once or twice, but his first game, nerves kicking in, doesn't want to let the manager down. So he gets a solid 6 from me.
Okay, we're giving the players ratings based on how they performed in that individual game. Callum Chambers was at fault for one of the goals. Leno was at fault for one of the goals. Pablo Mari was heavily at fault for one of the goals. I personally think Ben White, you could have given him a 5 instead of a 4. That's a little bit more fair because he wasn't solely at fault for any of the goals conceded. The second goal, he did play a part in it being conceded, but I think raising him up to a 5 is understandable. What do you guys think?
5. I don't mind 4 or 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Yeah, because the threes, I think I'm okay with. Lokonga gets a 6, right? Anthony, you're okay with the 6 for Lokonga?
Yeah, man. Like I said, that was his first. Like I was saying, that I wouldn't have started in that game because obviously it's the pressure of a new game, first game of the season, and you're going to be a bag of nerves, innit? You want to impress the manager. You want to go off. You want to start on the right foot. So for him to do what he did, I'll give him a 6.
Okay, people are saying Xhaka 0, Xhaka 0, Xhaka 0. Xhaka 10 said Ty. Give him a 10. He's giving everything.
Is that deluded Ty, yeah?
No, it's not the actual Ty, obviously.
Oh, I was just about to say.
Yeah. Let's get this. Let's get this. Anyways, he says never call him deluded because until you do more than him, don't call him deluded. When it comes to Granit Xhaka, so how?
0. He was not on the pitch. 0. I do not care. 0.
Can I be honest?
Go.
You want to know my honest opinion on Granit Xhaka's performance was?
What?
You should not be giving him as low as Leno or Chambers.
No, he is 0. Egal is. I tell you, Egal. Stop this guy. How did Lokonga? By the mere fact Lokonga had a better game than this guy, and no one can argue. No one can argue Lokonga had a better game than him. How is that possible? Please tell me this.
Put the Xhaka hate aside.
No, I'm saying in playing. Who played better, Lokonga or Xhaka? Be honest. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself, Egal. Who was better on the pitch? Don't lie to yourself, bro. It was Lokonga. Lokonga was miles better than him. Why am I giving him?
Xhaka was decent. You cannot.
Stop it. He was so bad. Sideways merchant. I've been telling you, Egal. The only thing he does is passes sideways to Tierney. That's why he gets a lot of forward progressive passes. That's all he's good for. That's it. He passes sideways. He's a sideways merchant.
Okay, calm down, bro.
Granit Xhaka
for me, he was like a 4.
Cannot get lower than Leno and Pablo Mari. I'm sorry, that's not.
Yeah,
possible.
no, I agree. He was like a 4 to be honest. 4. I'll give him a 4.
Anthony, do you agree?
I'll give him a 3. Not in regards to, he being captain. I didn't see no leadership on the pitch yesterday. What he did when he was captain, I don't see no encouragement. As soon as the first goal went in, where was he? He was supposed to be the one who is, stand up, be counted, clap and, try to get the guys motivated again. I didn't see none of those leadership qualities that he so rightly possesses when he plays for Switzerland. So for me, it's a 3. I don't care.
Let's do an average. Let's do an average. You said 3. Sahal says 1. Sahal, you said
0.
1?
0.
Okay,
You didn't
Sahal
score.
said 0. Me and PK said 3. So realistically, based on that, we'd have to give him an average of what? 2? No, I said 4. PK, what'd you say?
I said 4 to be honest.
So average of 3 or 2 at this point. So are you okay with the 3? Because at this point, I don't think it's a fair rating. I don't think it's
bro, this guy, Egal, I don't know what you see with this guy, bro. He is literally passes it to Tierney. That's about it. 0. I'm not giving him a rating. How can Lokonga, first Premier League game, put that in your mind, Egal. First Premier League game, he outclassed him. He outclassed him.
Calm down, man.
At this point, it's getting boring. We're gonna give him a 3.
Okay, lie to yourselves, bro. Lie to yourselves, man. Lie to yourselves, bro.
Let's give him 3, man.
So we have to give him a rating. We can't just be like 0.
No, it's true, man. He didn't show up. Simple as, bro.
Give him a 3. We all agree, 3, man.
Smith Rowe gets a 7.
He was one of our best players. I think about
man of the match. If there was a man of the match, it would go to him.
Yeah,
I think about 6. I think about 6 or 5. Around a 6 or 5 would be. For a 6, I think 6 would be more appropriate.
Yeah,
we didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
I just think 7 for Smith Rowe. He performed the best out of everybody on the pitch. He was the outstanding performer of yesterday's game. He's the one guy who continuously created chances, linked up play, drove the ball forward. Anytime we had anything going forward in the midfield, it came through Smith Rowe. So, in my opinion, he gets a 7. If you think that's incorrect, let me know why in the chat. Why you think I shouldn't be giving him a 7? Because I could have I could make a case that he was by far our best player.
He was. No one's arguing that, but something like a 7 or 8, I think that's reserved only for wins. So that's why I'm giving him a 6. It's an average rating.
No, but we're looking at the individual player's performance. We're not looking at the result of the game. forget about the
The
result.
result is part of the game, man. You can't take the result out. It's impossible. What's the point?
Okay, yo,
You can't
PK.
take the result out.
It's
So,
a rating, man. I'll give him a 7
I'm
as
gonna
well.
mute
Listen,
you. So,
yeah, I'll give him a 7.
Paul's
You know
given
what?
his take. What's your take?
6.5, 7, around there.
Anthony, is that you in the chat? Anthony F.
No, that ain't me in the chat, man.
Oh, okay, I thought that was you. Okay, Anthony. What's your rating?
He tried. That's all I can say. That he tried. He had spells where he was trying to create stuff. Again, like last season, trying to do what he could do in it. So I'll give him a standard 5, man. Not his greatest game, but he tried, innit?
Based on that, let me just tell you, we gave Lokonga and Tierney 6 and 7. So how are you giving him a 5?
Because it wasn't one of his greatest games. We know Smith Rowe can do better. That wasn't one of his greatest games. There wasn't anything in the game to say, wow.
Wow.
There wasn't anything in the game to, impress me to say, what? If he hit the bar or something, then I could say, yeah, he had a blind, he was unlucky with that shot. It hit the bar. I didn't feel excited by his performance yesterday. I'll be real. Okay,
I'm not willing to go any lower than 7 or 6 at this point for Smith Rowe. So
can I say something?
If you had to pick between those two, because I have to be consistent.
Man of the match. If there was any man of the match, it would have been Smith Rowe. Because generally, I don't even rate the guy that high. 2018 when he came up, he's a talented player. I don't rate him as high as our fan does. But in that game, I was seeing what he was doing. Literally, his link-up play, the way even for that Balogun chance, he's the one that created it. Picked up the ball from off and then 1-2, drag the ball, passes to Tierney crosses in. Even on the other one, he was doing his thing in terms of even dribbling wise. He was doing his things, to be honest.
Yeah, do your thing. Let me do my thing. Do your thing. Okay, Pepe. So I'll go to you. I'll go to you first. So
again, I'm just waiting on more.
Yeah. Pepe, I think 5, 4. Sorry, I got something in the background.
Bro, just jump out the space, bro.
Yeah, jump out, bro.
All right, what are you saying? Oh, what the hell? Why did he do that? Okay, PK.
Yeah, Pepe, I would probably say just a 5 or 4. I would say a 5. You know why? Because actually, that was actually a good shot. The one that Tierney crossed in, and keeper was done well. That right goalkeeper done very well. Because literally, that's normally a goal. That's the goals that that's his kind of signature kind of goal. He scored against Man United like that. He scores. I've seen him score goals like that. And he was actually going in. But he didn't have enough support. Like Pepe didn't have the right back wasn't supporting. Chambers wasn't overlapping. There wasn't much going on. Even for forward, there wasn't much going on, to be honest. So every time he's got the ball, there was that 4-man on him. So he has to just pass sideways. So, and the only time that he tried to take on players, there was that 3-man on him. So at least when he went past one and the other one tackled him. So I would say a 5, just average.
Average, okay. Anthony, do you agree? 5?
4. He didn't. Again, Pepe's just a one trick. Does the fancy footwork and no end product. Again, like, yeah. There was nothing that I could say again. There was nothing exciting about his performance because, again, he does his fancy step overs too much. Just beat a man and try to score. Stop doing all this fancy footwork and trying to nutmeg players and all that because, yeah, it may look good, but if there's no end product, it's all useless.
Ty said 9.5. Okay. So overall, 5 is what you guys are giving him, or Anthony, you're going lower?
Yeah.
He said 4, innit?
I said 4.
I said 5. But yeah.
Yeah, I said 5. I honestly had him at 6, so we'll meet in the middle at 5. Okay.
The wind put him off. Yeah.
Yeah. Martinelli, can I go first on this one? Martinelli had a decent performance overall. If we're giving Pepe a 5, I'll give Martinelli. I gave Pepe a 6, so I was gonna give Martinelli a 5. But since we gave Pepe a 5 here, I think 5 for Martinelli is just as fair. He did perform not so well. At the same time, he didn't do anything good or anything bad. Like defensively, he put in a shift first half as much as attacking. So I'm mixed between a 4 and a 5. 4? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm giving him a 4 to be honest. I think that was one of his bad performances I've seen of him. I'm not gonna lie, he was anonymous at times. Because normally he gets the ball and runs at defenders. He wasn't doing that. I didn't really see much of him to be honest. He was putting shift in.
We're really harsh. We're really harsh with the ratings, you know.
No, I rate Martinelli. Of course, I rate Martinelli, but I think a 4. A 4 is it has to be lower than Pepe. At least Pepe was having shots, you know.
Yeah, you got to think about it this way. We can't be giving him around the same as Leno and Chambers.
No, he's not a 3. He's a 4, innit? I'll give him a 4.
Okay. Balogun, what are you giving him? What are you giving Balogun, my guy? Anthony.
Wasn't in the game that much.
He had a couple touches in the box that
but
let him down.
Like I said, don't forget, he never played, the preseason. What happened to him in the preseason?
Why didn't he play? That made no sense.
There you go. Wasn't in the
Eddie Nketiah played in the preseason.
Exactly, but again, he signed him onto a long-term deal. Why wasn't he playing in preseason, given that sharpness? Because he looked stiff. There was no urgency from him. There was nothing, Yes, that was his first game, but again, it goes back to the poor preparation for the preseason. You're starting Eddie Nketiah, who, quite frankly, he's not good enough for this club. And you don't start Balogun in the preseasons. And then when it comes to the first game, because our other 2 strikers, you're starting a man who, one, he hasn't had a lot of preseason time. And then he doesn't look, like he's getting into the game, which is sad. So I only can give him I'll give him a 4.
Give him a 4.
I'll give him a 4.
There we go. You give him a 4. I would have given him the same exact thing. Yeah. Since we gave Martinelli a 4, you got to give him a 4. But my ratings are different from yours, obviously. Bukayo Saka didn't really get into the game. He didn't really play much. At this point, when he came onto the pitch, I didn't really see much. I'm going to give him a 5. When it comes to Reece Nelson, he was poor when he came in. Didn't really see enough. He had one chance to pass the ball off to Pepe, but he passed it to nobody. Give him a 5. And then
are you serious? You're giving him a 5?
I'm just saying.
You're giving Reece Nelson a 5.
Okay, 4. What are you giving him?
Listen,
he didn't have enough time, though. To be honest, he didn't have.
No, but 4.
Again,
he's another one who hasn't had any preseason in regards to he hasn't had minutes. Again, so what are you going to do? Give him a standard 5? He misplaced a pass which my 8-year-old son can do. Come on, stop being sentimental with these guys. Call it as it is. Reece Nelson gets a 3.
Someone said Reece Nelson did better than Saka.
Listen, Saka's just had a back of the Euros and all that. Saka hasn't had no preseason. And because of the other stuff that went on with Saka as well. So, give Saka his dues.
Yeah, Saka was better, man.
Give Saka his dues. Saka's just come back from international. He's been the shining light for England in the Euros. No one can't tell me nothing about that. But you bring on a guy who didn't play. You're bringing on a guy who didn't play last season, who didn't have minutes this season, and you're saying he's better than Saka. Really?
No,
get out here with them stupid comments, man, about Nelson did better than Saka. Get out here, man. You don't watch football.
No, he's talking about this game. He's talking about this game.
Yeah, and I'm saying you have to look at the overall picture. You have to
No,
look
but
at the
even
overall
in the
picture.
game, literally, Saka
Yeah,
was
but
more
come
of
on,
the chance
Saka
to make
hasn't
it
had
happen.
no pre-season. What do you expect? He's literally just come back from holiday, and again, Mikel Arteta's just rushed majority of the kids back. Why? Poor planning and preparation.
Okay, we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. You're okay with the rating of 4?
Yeah, no, four is calm. To be honest.
Okay.
He did try to make things happen when he
Tavares,
came on.
Tavares 5, just
I
because.
yeah, I'll give him a 5 because he didn't really get enough time. Plus,
Okay.
I think we should play him right back, to be honest.
Okay,
Against
so
Chelsea.
now let's see what Arsblog gave. We're gonna reveal Arsblog's ratings. So for Tavares, they gave him a 5. No, they gave him a 6. For Nelson, they gave him a 6. For Saka, they gave him a 6. For Balogun, they gave him a 5.5. Martinelli, 5.5. Pepe, they gave him a 6. Smith Rowe, they gave him a 7. Xhaka, they gave him a 6. Do you disagree with that?
Yeah, 5.
Everybody else has something. They say, "Oh, bright, determined. Did look like either making things happen or scoring himself." When it comes to Xhaka, it just says Xhaka. Lokonga,
That should tell you.
I think his debut was positive. Only Xhaka had more passes, and he looked tidy, winding and to be involved, willing to be involved. That was nice. Tierney got a 7. We finally got a prediction correct with each other. He said 6 key passes. Long spell was basically the only attacking outlet. Did not get much support from Martinelli on the left.
Yeah, that's what's kind of weird because I actually thought like that's what Martinelli was like anonymous, like because Tierney was taking on people. I think Martinelli, Arteta told him to go inside forward. That's the only way it makes sense.
Listen to this.
Martinelli was trying to go more forward.
Pablo Mari did well in the air, but players can run off him too easily. Did well in the air.
He was terrible in there. And he's 6'5" in it or something.
I think he forgot the second goal.
Yeah.
5 for Ben White. What did he give Ben White? Yeah, 5. Struggled in the air against Antonio. Against Tony. Weak on the second goal and uninspiring debut. What? Unauspicious? How do you pronounce that word?
Inauspicious.
Unauspicious, yeah. 3 for Chambers. What did he give Chambers? He gave Chambers a 5. I like what? Did he say what I did? Oh, I hate when people say stuff like that. Right away, it just throws me off. But then I don't know what starting in the right back of the season, great build up, but a bit slow to close down on the first goal. Yeah, he was definitely at fault for the first goal. And Leno, I definitely think he's going to give Leno a 5, knowing him. Oh, wow, 4.5 for Leno. That's a pretty low rating for him. Everyone gave 4s. I think he was 100% fouled in the second goal, but he felt it felt like the players taking advantage of his weakness. He looked long way from the best, and his passing was poor. Definitely was poor. But yeah, that's Arsblog's review on the game, and that's our player ratings, guys. The player ratings are done. Now let's just talk quickly about transfers, right? First things first. If you guys want to know about the first transfer on the story on the docket, let me tell you guys. Joe Willock got transferred out. We already spoke about that. We already spoke about Jeremy Carragher. Do we really want to talk about Tammy Abraham?
No.
Guys? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the story. You tell me if you want to keep it moving or stop. Tammy Abraham to Roma. Do you guys want to talk about that?
Keep it moving, man.
Okay. Next one. Arsenal reportedly identified Houssem Aouar as a fallback option to Odegaard.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. I would like to talk about it, to be honest.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not those fans there, literally, that was gassing him up here. Then afterwards, just because a player has one bad season, they will start. I back the player there. If I call a player a good player, I'll back them to get. I'm not those people that flip flop and they're he's shit. They don't even watch him every week and they'll be like he's shit. Now Houssam Aouar, I wouldn't mind to be honest. I wouldn't mind it both. If let's say if we couldn't get Maddison, because I'm hearing Maddison's got a little hip injury and all of that. So and if it was like a 70 million plus, I'd rather just get two. Get me two. If you get me Odegaard and Aouar, maybe our season can be turned to positive. To be honest, if you get me both of them.
So you want Aouar?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Aouar. He's cheap anyway. You've got nothing to lose. If you get him for 25 million or 20 million, listen, that's not L. You can always sell him. He's 22 or 23 in it. You can always sell him and make that money back.
Is that your mentality that you just want to buy the player to sell on?
No. I'm saying in the future, if you ended up being a flop,
we said that about Torreira.
What is it?
We said that about Torreira.
Yeah, but Torreira and Houssam, they're not on the same level, man. They're not on the same level. Who was what has Torreira done in his career? Nothing. Sampdoria, he done nothing. Houssam Aouar is a good player, to be honest. For me, I think he's a good player. So I don't think he will flop. He will do good, but I think for the price, 25 million, you should get him. You should get him on what's it called? Him on Odegaard. Get both of them. If you can't get Maddison, get both of them. Don't give me one of them. Just get both of them. Because we need creativity in our dance. And people was rating him out as well. They were like, "Oh, he done good in the Champions League. He showed in the high level what he can do as well in the Champions League." So, really and truly, he's a good player for me. Maybe his head might not be a Lyon because everyone's going Lyon, yeah, and they're not as good as they was. So he's not really. He's thinking, "Oh, let me push for me for Juventus or other places." But for Arsenal, I think we should go for him. No brainer.
Yeah, I hear that. Now. That's Anthony. Since we're on the Aouar topic, let me just ask you: Aouar or Odegaard, who's better?
This is the thing. Aouar is the fullback if we don't get Odegaard. So it's not a case that we're getting both. It's a case that if Maddison's not happening, that was never going to happen. If Odegaard doesn't happen, it's Houssam Aouar. Now, Houssam Aouar plays a number 8. He's not a number 10. We need a number 10. So, like I was saying before, if Edu and Garlic love this club, and this goes on Arteta as well, get both of them. What, 35 million for Odegaard and get Aouar on loan with an option or obligation to buy. See how it is, because the only thing with Aouar is a majority of people in France have said when Lyon go missing, he goes missing. He is not the midfielder to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and make a difference like a Kevin De Bruyne for Man City, or again Maddison for Leicester City, or Bruno Fernandes. Like, get the ball and do wonders with it to say, okay, guys, you may be 2-1 down, but we can get a draw. He's not that type of player, which is a risky business. That's why there's question marks about, getting him. And in terms of his valuation, from 50 million to 20 in a space of a year, raises question marks. But I'll get him on loan. I wouldn't buy him because if his brother's still his agent, his brother's a greedy bastard as well. That's why we didn't get him the last time, because his brother wanted too much money. So I would take both of them if this club had any ambition at all. But I don't see it happening because we're getting Odegaard. If it does happen, I'll be quite surprised. But let's be honest now, I don't see it happening. I only see them going for Odegaard. They may go for Freddie Woodman, which I'm hearing reports that they may look to do, even though he may start in today's game. And that's about it.
So who would you rather have? It would be Odegaard.
I'll have both.
No, but who would you rather have? Odegaard.
Like I said, I'll have both, mate. There's not one or the other. I'll have both. I'm greedy like that. I would want them both. They can both do a job in the Arsenal team, being creative.
Okay, if you had to pick one.
And they're cheap, though. They're very cheap as well, man.
Exactly. That's
very
what I'm
cheap,
saying.
35 and 20 million.
There's no point in picking one. I'll have them both.
Yeah, they're
There's no
cheap.
point
I
in
understand
having
if it's
one.
50 million.
Okay, no, but for the sake of this hypothetical, who would you pick?
Okay. For me,
That's-
Aouar.
I'll pick Odegaard.
Yeah, for me, Aouar.
Okay, I like this. Now, each one of you make your case why Odegaard or Aouar, which one's better to have?
You know, like
For me,
I said,
yeah.
go on.
Yeah, for me, like let's say you can play eight. He's a versatile player, basically, than Aouar. So sometimes you can even fill in a role on the wing. So let's say if you had Partey, you got Aouar, and you can play Smith Rowe. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So you can get this guy as an 8, and you can always buy a number 10. So that's one of the reasons as well. So it would just be another creative when you got a Partey and you got Aouar and you got Smith Rowe, and then Xhaka as well. So there's always going to be creativity. So there's a balance there for me at the end of the day. But with Odegaard, I don't mind Odegaard as well. I think he's a good player. He's a talented player. He's young as well. I don't think he's a number guy. Do you get it? Odegaard is not like a number guy. Like he's not the guy that get 8 goals or 9 goals or something. He's just a passer, to be honest. Similar of Ozil. You know, just a passer.
Okay. What about you, Anthony? You said you'd rather have Odegaard, right? So
yeah,
why?
Odegaard can play like you saw what he did last season. You know, he was comfortable on the ball. He can play as a number 10, or he can play on a wing if Smith Rowe is playing as a number 10. So he's got that versatility, even when he's playing for Real Sociedad. You know, he may not have got the numbers like I would say a Maddison, but he was still doing bits over there. You know, I wouldn't say he's like an Ozil type player because let's be honest, Ozil was lazy to the latter stages of his career. He was lazy. Odegaard doesn't seem that type of player. You know, he's still young. You know, it's like even regardless of the injury that he had, he was still, you know, trying to do stuff. But, you know, I'd rather pick him over Aouar, which is a guy who, quite frankly, he had a breakout season and then what's happened to him? You know, your valuation drops.
Yeah, but it was Leon though. That was actually
Don't matter. Don't matter. Your valuation drops from 50 million to 20 million in the space of a year. That's disgusting. And he's
25 million, but don't forget COVID.
But he's supposed to be the regardless of the fact if it's COVID. Regardless of the fact if it's COVID.
It's Leon.
Look, Inter Milan have just received 95 million for Romelu Lukaku, and we're in a COVID period. That doesn't mean nothing.
Man, Lukaku won
It doesn't. Regardless of the fact they're two different positions. Yeah, I get that, but everyone in Lyon has said that when it comes to Aouar, if Lyon goes missing in a big game, so will he. He's not the type of player to get the game on the scruff of the neck. That is the risk.
Are they the same age?
Yeah, but I don't believe we should lie one player.
If everyone in France is saying that, then there's some truth in it. If you've got pundits over in France who watch the football over in France and they're saying that, then it's got to be true. They're not all going to lie and say and not say anything. The pundits over in France who watch the game have said that about Aouar.
There's a lot of pundits here that talk shit as well. So
no, I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about in France.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about over here.
I'm not really going to take pundits serious. So what I'm going to say is basically in terms of even Odegaard himself, he's not a player that the type of player like KDB. They kind of read them number 10 because
is just so good in this particular.
Sorry, what's going on? Yeah, you see, like a player that can grab a game by the scruff is like he has to be like have attributes of shooting. Like he has to be a shooter. He has to be a good passer. He has to have a complete like a KDB. Like what's it called? Santi Cazorla. He's done players that will find a goal out of nowhere. Odegaard is not really that kind of player. I don't think he's that kind of player. They're like they're a passer. They're dribbling. They just pass the ball to the striker, and the striker's finisher. So let's say Aouar cases, certain games they might not be playing like he's playing good. He's passing. What's it called?
Can Aouar play in a pivot?
He can do a job.
But can he play in a pivot though? That's what I'm asking you a question.
I don't think so. I wouldn't put him in a pivot, to be honest.
Okay.
I would just put him like in the middle. Let's say you have a DM and you have like 2 8s. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of 2 8s. So, but in terms of I don't mind Odegaard as well. For me, they're both 50-50. I'll take both of them. I would have took both of them, but I'm saying to you, I wouldn't mind either of them. Like the only problem I would have with Aouar is basically if his mindset, if he's serious. I think Odegaard is more of a serious. So if Odegaard would be like more looking for his career and proper serious. So for me, Odegaard sees a more of a serious guy. Seems like more of a serious guy that will have his head down and do his job. Well, I'm not sure. If Arsenal having a bad period, then I'm not sure in it. But he's a very talented player for me.
Yeah, I know, but that's my point exactly. If Aouar was in the game yesterday, could you see him making that difference in regards to picking up the ball and driving at the heart of the defense? No, I can't see that with Aouar.
Guys, let me just keep it short and move it to the comments quickly. So people in the comments are saying Odegaard all day long. This it will happen this week. Isco instead. I'm sorry, we don't need Isco. We don't need another aging player who's underperforming. How old is Isco? 27 right now. I get that. That's a good age, but I still don't think
he's done out, man. Isco is done out here from.
Yeah, I think he's past his prime, past his good time. Pepe looked better with Odegaard. Okay, Odegaard looks like a child. I don't know what you mean by that. Odegaard is only one-footed, doesn't offer enough goals. I hear that. Odegaard chance creation but finishing aren't doing jack at all when we don't score goals. Yeah, I hear that. Odegaard and Aouar and Partey, interesting. Smith Rowe and Odegaard looked cool last season. Some people are saying Aouar, some people are saying Odegaard. Aouar, since he can't play in a double pivot. Wow, okay. I thought Odegaard 50 million was too cheap unless they reduced the price.
Yeah, they have reduced the price.
No, they have reduced the price. The price is now 38 million.
Yeah, 40, yeah.
Yeah, that's a calm price.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But they're, like I said, they're both cheap. I'll go for both of them. But as I
60 million. Both of them could end up being 60 million, bro.
Yeah, I'd rather take that than go for Maddison, which would cost us 70 million plus. Everyone's hyping over Maddison, like to say Maddison's on the same ballpark for Jack Grealish. No, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? Leicester did bits without him last season. I'd rather take Odegaard and Aouar to have them two creative midfield players so that we know that we've got creativity in that midfield. You know what I'm saying? We've got Lokonga, Xhaka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe. You know what I'm saying? Because yesterday's game just proved that we're just stale. You know, we'll get torn apart against Chelsea. I'm saying Lokonga's going to be playing. Murray, well, you know what, Murray? I suggest you sit on the bench, blood. Sit on the bench, boy, because you going up against Lukaku, you ain't winning that battle, boy. I'd rather stick Rob Holding there. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, Rob Holding, that's kind of good. You know that when he plays.
I will put Rob Holding with him. I will put Rob Holding there because Rob Holding would have a battle. Murray, if Arteta starts Murray next game, we're done out here. We're done out in Chelsea. And then Man City, oh my. Done out here.
Anyways, people, we're out of here. People on Twitch, go check out Fabrizio Romano's Twitch because he shouted me out last time. I'm gonna go shout him out. I don't think he needs the extra people. I think there's only one person watching on Twitch. Anyways, there's 2 people watching on Twitch. Shout out to the 2 people watching on Twitch, and shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. This kind of been a slow day today, so I'm like, you might as well just throw out some stuff out there. But yeah, big up to everybody watching. We've gone through. So for anyone who has missed it, we've gone through our player ratings. We've gone through the game. We've gone through some of the transfer talks, and there's one more transfer story there's 2 transfer stories that we could have spoken about, but I'll just mention them quickly. We've been linked to the likes of Lautaro Martinez. Looks like it might not happen. Bellerin's been linked to a move away. Looks like it might not happen though, also because Sevilla has recently bought a new right back. Bayern Munich have been looking at a swap deal for Hector Bellerin. That's ridiculous. Never gonna happen.
I'll take even though mine
was
good.
Tolisso, Bellerin.
Take him.
I'll take us. Still, I'm not gonna say we're desperate. Even if you're gonna
I'll take him. Get rid of Bellerin. Get rid of Bellerin so we don't.
Yeah, we got man. Yeah, go ahead.
Tolisso Bellerin swap deal. That's ridiculous. It's never gonna happen.
I'll take it all. Can't lie to you. You know why? because we still got like Maitland-Niles and what's it called, Cedric. So Bellerin's not really gonna play much. I don't think he's better than Maitland-Niles and what's it called, Cedric. For me anyway.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen, guys.
No, they give us cash. They give us cash. They give us cash plus Bellerin. We can rob them. But because of Toulouse is always injured, isn't it? You're gonna get the best you're gonna get out.
Do you honestly think, at your heart of hearts, do you honestly think in your heart of hearts that they will ever be dumb enough to do a swap deal, Hector Bellerin for Toulouse?
Yeah, they can. You know why? Because what's it called? He doesn't. You know, if you check his stats, Toulouse, he hardly plays for the last 3 seasons. He plays that 15 games, 14 games. You know, he's been injured, literally. So in the league, he only been playing like 14 games, 15 games. The last time I checked. So really and truly, he's too injury prone. So they wouldn't mind getting a better one. To be honest, they would do that. And he's 27 as well, good age, but he's injury prone. But Arsenal, if he comes to Arsenal, he might even be even more injury prone, or we might get lucky and he might be injury free. So
no, I think this is fake news. I think it's fake news.
Yeah, who's their right back? Pavard.
Bro, they don't need Hector Bellerin, man. Imagine Hector Bellerin.
He might do a decent stop.
Imagine Hector Bellerin there.
Yeah, so Bellerin wants to leave. If Bayern Munich want a player, Bayern Munich will come in for a player. It's that simple. Everyone knows this. I don't think it's fake news. I think that they need cover. They'll take Bellerin and they will either use him and abuse him the way that they did with Toulouse, or they could take him and say, you know, he may not be the best, but in the German league, he'll probably suit the German league because the German league they're not as fast paced as the Premier League. This is what I'm saying to you. So I wouldn't go as far to say it's fake news. If Bayern Munich are in for a player, hook or by crook, they'll get the player that they want. So don't take it as face value that it's fake news because it's Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm saying it's fake news because we want to get rid of a player. What makes you think he's going to make a club like
he wants to leave. He's turned around and said to Mikel Arteta, he wants to leave. He doesn't want to play. He's turned around and said it. He wants to leave, bro. Come on.
What makes you think Bayern Munich will want him?
Listen.
I'll explain to you, bro.
Bayern Munich want players, blood. They need players. Bayern Munich, they've lost majority of their midfield. They need players.
If they need players, they don't need Hector Bellerin.
What do you mean they don't need Hector Bellerin, bro? What are you talking about? They don't need Hector Bellerin.
Okay, so Bayern Munich need Hector Bellerin.
I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why.
No, Anthony, I'm not trying to flip it on you. I'm just saying, like the way you said that. What do you mean Bayern Munich don't need?
We have to back the thing, man. Let's get him a sell, man. So what's it called? Pavard. Their right back is Pavard, right? Pavard.
Yo, Anthony, why'd you go quiet?
No, I'm listening to what you're saying, bro. At the end of the day,
am I wrong?
They've only got one right. They've only got one right back, so they're going to need cover in it. Use them as cover. You know what I'm saying? Use them as cover. You know.
I'm sorry. I have to call bullshit when I see bullshit. I just think it's bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't think
it's true, man.
I don't think. Hopefully, it's true. I'm here with you. Mentally, I want this to happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't think
it is good paper. If it's fake, it's good paper because they really do need a backup still. Pavard, they play Pavard, and Pavard is a bit slow as well. And Bellerin is still faster than him right now. So backup, Bellerin can be a backup.
Hold on. Who's this? Khalid Ali saying that I'm delusional. Delusional for what, bro?
For thinking that they would want Hector Bellerin.
No, he's talking about who is this slow talking, slow thinking Asnan fan about I want both. How delusional? About what? In regards to
Aouar and Odegaard.
Aouar and what? Because they're cheap. They cost 60 million. How's that delusional?
Yeah, no, that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
How are you talking about delusional, bro? Come to me with some facts, bro.
Yeah, no, just talking about.
Like seriously.
Bro,
come to me with some facts, man.
Let the comment section do what the comment section does.
Come to me with some facts, man.
They got it. Yeah. You know, Bayern Munich, I swear they bought that guy as a striker as well, like Cheaper Mönberg. What's his name? Cheaper from PSG. They're still
And
yeah, look at Bayern Munich. And you don't think they'll have that player, but they got him.
Tell Khalid as well, this guy in the chat, that Kimmich plays as a defensive midfielder. He's versatile, but his position is defensive midfielder. So go read upon your stuff. So go read upon your stuff before you chat shit in the comments, clown.
Nah,
yo,
it would be good Bundesliga, man. Especially Bayern Munich, they dominate the position. They run that league, so you don't have to do much, to be honest. Just run up and down.
I think it's ridiculous that we would that Hector Bellerin could make that step up in his career. I especially
So
after
what about
starting.
Inter Milan? If he was gonna, if Inter Milan didn't, if Arsenal just dropped whatever they wanted, regards to him going to
Loan,
Inter
yeah,
Milan,
they
he would
wanted
have
much,
gone to
yeah.
Inter Milan. What would you say about
Bro,
that? If that happened?
I agree with you. There are two different players. I'll take both. I agree with that premise, but I don't think we would buy both.
If the board were ambitious, I would say yeah, because we don't have no creativity in the midfield, and that's what cost us last season. We used to have it with Santi Cazorla, Aaron Ramsey. Them men, they could create chances. We don't have none of that no more. All we got is the sideways backwards passing. That's all we have. Our midfield is flat. Look at other teams around us that can create chances. Man United got Pogba. Fernandes. Chelsea, who have they got? In terms of the midfield, they've got guys who can create chances. Liverpool, the same thing. Leicester, the same thing. We're the only team in the so-called top six who don't have the creativity in the midfield. We can't just rely on Smith Rowe, because if something happens to Smith Rowe, who else we got? We sold Joe Willock to Newcastle City, so who else we got? Of course, I want to be spoiled for choice. Of course, I want to be spoiled and have both of them. That shows that you got ambition. It's not delusional. It's showing that we can fill those positions in the midfield to have that creativity. We have options coming off the bench, because look at the bench yesterday. The bench was flat. No creativity on the bench. That is what I'm talking about. So you guys who talk about, delusional, XYZ, kiss my ass.
Listen, regardless, people are gonna say what they're gonna say. You're on the internet, bro. It's not personal.
Nah, my man's talking about delusional and I don't cry, Anthony. Like, really, bro? If you got something to say,
you do realize you gotta take that. You gotta take that stuff on the chin. You can't let that bother you.
No, he's if he was talking facts, then I could say yeah, I would agree with him. But he's not. He's not. He's talking wet. He's not talking facts. Go look where Kimmich plays for Bayern Munich and then come talk to me.
Yeah, you're right, man. Kimmich is basically he's a DM now.
He's now a DM. He's not a right back anymore. He was a right back in his early careers for Bayern Munich. Now that they got Pavid, he's now a DM. But like I said, they need cover for Pavid. Even though Kimmich is versatile, his position that he plays now is a DM, so they're going to need cover for Pavid. That's why I said, don't write off this room in regards to Hector Bellerin and Bayern Munich. It could be fake, it could be true. It is what it is. But they need cover.
Yeah, it's not like we're saying he's going to start. Of course, he's good. Backup. Come on, you have to be good enough to be a backup, man. It's just a backup.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna tweet out. I'm just gonna message you guys, everyone, the player ratings now, so you guys can check that out. And everyone, have yourselves a wonderful day. We're out of here. Anthony, PK, Sahal, everyone who's come on, Samuel and Mo. Appreciate all you guys, and have yourselves a wonderful day, people in the chat. Appreciate you guys too. I'm just gonna put the final ratings in the chat. There's the final ratings in the chat. Oh, I forgot to put Granit Xhaka down. I left him at a 5. Sorry, guys. I'll change that right now. But yeah, just change Granit Xhaka down to, what was it, 3? Yeah, 3. Anyways, have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. We're out of here. Peace.